Uh, hey, Mr. Iverson. It's me. Alright, so this video, obviously, last assignment between me and graduating, and it's basically, I have to make a video, you said, about the last 12 years of my life, and how it's made me the person I am today, and maybe to talk about some people along the way who would have helped me. So, instead of doing something too complicated, I figure, I'm probably just going to sit here and actually reflect on the last 12 years of my life. So, I mean, 12 years ago I was in kindergarten in Brook Elementary School in Vancouver. I don't really think I even thought about anything those first few years as a kid, but, when I was there, I made some really good friends. I made two of my best friends who, I haven't seen them in years, but I know, next time I go down there, I definitely want to hang out with them. Catch and Harmonzon. It's been a while, but I miss you guys, and I remember those weekends, guys. We used to hang out and play road hockey and go to everyone's house, and when I had the pool, we'd go there, and it was fun, but it was stopped a little too soon because when I was 9, I went to Cougar Canyon Elementary School, so I wasn't really sure. That was the first time I had changed schools, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. All I remember is my very first day there. I think I was sitting beside, Kayla Gardner. I hope you remember me, because I'm pretty sure I was sitting beside you. We were in Mrs. Corrigal's grade 4 class, and that was the first realization I had then. That's the first time I really thought about it. Is just the world is big, and you kind of need certain skills to get by, and social skill wise. I'd grown up with the same kids since kindergarten to grade 3, so I knew them. I never had to really make new friends because I always had my friends. That was really the first time that came into play. And Mrs. Corrigal, probably to this day, even after all 12 years, was the absolute worst teacher I ever had. She is a complete nightmare. Maybe she's a nice person, but I got a C- in art in grade 4, and I haven't drawn since, so I guess Miss Corrigal helped out. So grade 5 came, and that had to be my favorite. That was my favorite year. I was in a class, Mrs. Little. She still teaches, actually, I'm being told, at Cougar Canyon. She was my favorite teacher, and she was the best teacher I ever had, even to this day. No offense, Mr. Iverson. You're a nice guy, but you're not Mrs. Little. She was awesome, and that's where I made some other good friends. Nick Hudeman still goes to Seaquam, actually, to this day. Met him in that grade. I was also friends with a few other guys. There was a guy, Quentin Bates. I know he probably doesn't remember me. I actually forgot, back in grade 4, Sam Newton and Josh Barrett were my two best friends at Cougar Canyon. Sammy, oh man. Your last guy I said bye to when I left Summit Crescent, buddy. I was there. I couldn't get a hold of you, but definitely do something the next time I pop around in Van City, so stay tuned. And all my hockey friends, you guys aren't, a big part of my school life, unfortunately, so couldn't really mention all of you, but you guys up in Golden, it was fun, and can't wait to come back this year. So anyways, grade 6 was my last real year in elementary school, or any school, for a while. I was in a class with, I think it was Mrs. Lupton and Mr. Haig, I think. Nothing too serious came out of that. I did break my ankle, though, and that was the first time I really missed a substantial amount of time in school. I didn't actually have to go the whole May or June. The only time I went was to write one science test to pass, or something stupid I don't actually remember, but after that I ended up going to Kelowna for a year, and grade 8 and 9 was done through a hockey academy. For all of those of you at Cougar Canyon, you got to remember, I was probably the biggest hockey nut you'd have ever met. You can ask me to this day, I know absolutely everything. I'm like a walking, talking encyclopedia. It's really fucking annoying. I I don't know if I can swear or not, Mr. Sorry, I'm not re-editing this. I'm just gonna give you this and see what happens. So, grade 8 and 9 got done. In a hockey environment, obviously those guys are your friends. So I mean, nothing too serious there. Grade 10, I went back to school, like regular school in regards, and went to North Surrey Secondary. I was still around, I moved basically from Delta about 30 streets to Cloverdale. I went to school there for the first semester, and it was the second time, I guess, really I've had to, make, new friends, and it was a little easier, obviously, based on I've done it when I was a little kid, and I mean, obviously, you mature when you grow older, but I mean, I was still 15, I was a quiet kid, so it kind of showed me that if you're just going to be quiet and sit by yourself, I guess you're not really going to make the friends that you want, and I mean, we can all, I can relate this to all my friends now, Mr. Ireson. All my friends who are in high school and graduate, I think we can all agree that high school is just one big drama circle. If we all just stuck to like studying and then leaving everything else separate, I mean, it'd be so much easier. But the high school experience is all about all the drama and stuff that we all encounter as friends and as individuals, and it's been fun. So that first semester, obviously, finished off. I made a really good friend that year as well. Spence Morrow. Come on, kid, you know who you are. I'm never gonna forget you, buddy. You're my best friend to this day right now. And now I saw you back there when I was in Langley, and who knows, man? When I come back, we'll definitely do something. So, I tore my knee. So I was playing hockey. I tore my meniscus, and I actually wasn't allowed to leave my basement for the next 6 months. So I basically sat down with a bum knee, and first the doctor said I could never really skate again because of the rotation, so that really set me off, I guess, in a way. It was hard. I mean, you're a 15-year-old kid and you love hockey, and now whether, a lot of you hate me or like me in the hockey world, I mean, we all play the game because we love it, and we all want to go as far as we can, and I didn't want to stop in midget. I didn't even make major midget my first year, so obviously it's something I wanted to do, and I wanted to obviously go further, and I have. So when he told me that the next 6 months were kind of a whirlwind, I basically just sat at home. I didn't even finish the second half of grade 10. I just finished that first semester off, and I ended up sitting a lot on my Xbox playing NHL. A lot of you who know me to this day, I mean, I'm godly at that game, and that's why. I mean, I sat there for 6 months. I didn't have any contact of any sort with anyone outside my house for 6 months. I had to sit there in a knee brace and not actually bend my knee, so it was a struggle. But a lot of people say they can't be your real friends on Xbox and that, and I've honestly come to believe that's complete utter crap. There, I won't swear this time, Mr. Ireson, I'm sorry. I actually did make some friends, and they all live in Vancouver, and I've met them. So Latko, you're an idiot, and you make me feel smarter than I really am. Steven, you're out in America, kid. You've taught me a lot about a lot of different things, girls, social skills, all that stuff, man. I'm set for college when I head out there. Taylor, the only thing I could tell you, Taylor, is a cow. That's the only word I can think of. You understand what it means. And Pavin, good old Prav, yeah, you taught me that, maybe I shouldn't be such a little, quiet little kid in the corner. Maybe I should actually talk and, don't be bold. So thank you for that, obviously, and, that year really did contribute a lot to my life. I know it sounds really weird that guys who I met on a video game were able to influence me so much, but to this day, I mean, looking back, those guys really did teach me things about life, and that's the thing, right? Like in high school, we have our friends, and we're all going through experiences together, but when you have someone you can talk to and relate to, and they can help contribute, they made part of me is because of them, and they changed me really from a very socially awkward, quiet little kid to someone who, I'm better. I think I'm a better person now. At least that's what I'd like to think. So, grade 11 came, and I actually moved to Alberta for a year, in Grande Prairie, Alberta, and I guess this was really the fourth time now that I really had to restart and make new friends once again, and it was really not as bad because I went there in the summer, and based on hockey, I was able to make some friends, but going to a prairie province, especially Alberta, I mean, a lot of those guys there were just real, I don't know if I can really say this word, but they were complete assholes. And it really opened my eyes that, there's so many different people in the world that, not everyone, like in Vancouver, everyone's all laid back, and not everyone's motivated, and, everyone, it's a lot more peaceful. And in Alberta, everyone was more kind of like stuck up and redneck, and they were just assholes, I didn't really have fun there, but I mean, I still made a few friends. And Dirks, I know you're stuck in a crappy spot, buddy, but you get out of there as fast as you can. And to the rest of you out there who have either said something behind my back or something, whatever. That's your choice. That didn't really help change me as I am today. And the only thing I really learned up there, Mr. Ryerson, is you gotta expect the unexpected, because people are extremely competitive, vicious. They'll say what they need to, they'll do what they have to, and you gotta be ready. And sometimes being nice is shown as a sign of weakness, and I definitely was taught that lesson up there. So to all of you up there in Alberta who were there while I was there, and everyone basically besides Dirks, you didn't really contribute much at all. You were just dicks. And can't believe I said that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Harrison. This year again, I moved back to British Columbia, and I started the year out in Penticton. And again, this is everyone talks about grad year and how it's so important and everything, but I moved from Alberta, I guess about 3 weeks into that school year, give or take. And so what happened then is I came here. I came to Vancouver, Penticton. My parents got a lake house, and I had to live out here. It's about 30 minutes outside of Penticton, and I wasn't actually able to go to school, so I had to go back to online schooling in my grad year. Yeah, it's my grad year, and I've had to do online schooling, and once this assignment gets graded, it's really weird to think I'm done and I get my diploma. So I started this year here, and in hockey I got sent to a town called Golden, BC. I started the year playing locally in a town called Summerland, and I ended up in Golden, BC. It's a town about 3,000 people, and it was fun. And that was the real first taste of being not really on my own, because living with billets and stuff, but just being away from your parents and just seeing how much older you've become. And I remember as a little kid, you sometimes sit there and thought, hey, that's weird, I'll be older one day. And then I guess thinking about this summer, it really hit me. I turn 18 in 2 months, and that's I'm looking forward to it, to begin that phase of my life. But originally, Mr. Ryerson, obviously this video is supposed to help explain what made me today, and it really kind of just makes me miss being a kid. When you're a kid, there's no worries in life. You don't have to worry about jobs, money, girlfriend, boyfriend, drama, your friends stabbing you in the back. All you had to worry about was, like, hey, what color crown can I have, or what video are we watching, what game are we playing. And now it's so close that, I mean, all my friends, most of them, once they graduate high school, I haven't talked to some of them in years, but it's time to get to that next phase in life. And what brought me to this point today was I met so many great people along the way, and they taught me so much that, you know, basically now I guess I can really name them all off to you. I mean, there's a few. I mean, Daniel Harmonson, Colin Catchpole. Guys are my first real best friends. Fun fact for you two, if you happen to forget, I actually introduced you two to each other. So, you're welcome for making you guys really good friends. You know, Nick Hudeman, you know, Yahtzee Aquam, Sam, Josh Barrett. Hell, there's so many of you. Ferdinands, Wooten, Hammond. There's so many people. Mazinkowski. I can't forget Dylan Mazinkowski. That kid he was a nice kid. They were really a bunch of people who could just, you know, you were friends with, and those were your first real taste of having a big group of friends, and they really helped me in that sense that, hey, you know, there was a sense of belong. You know, as of before, when I was a really little kid, you were basically friends with everyone, and then by grade 3 you had your own you were starting off to get your own exclusive groups. So, you know, there was maybe 3 of us, and then when I switched schools when I was 9, that was nice. And I mean, Mrs. Little in grade 5, I know it sounds stupid, but I was a lazy student until then, and yeah, we were kids, but she taught me that, hey, you know, if you work hard, you're gonna get what you deserve. And sure enough, get to go to school in America, which is something I've wanted to do, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, who else from back home? There's so many people I just forget about. Spence, obviously. I miss you, buddy. I miss you, and you know, I hope I see you soon someday. So, Grand Prairie, I know it was a little harsh before. I'm sorry, I was just a little wound up, Mr. Arson. But people who helped me contribute from there. Gavin Broadhead, Curtis Skip, 2 of the hardest working people I've ever met, and they showed me, you know, just how hard you really need to work to get what you desire. And you know, that was something that really opened my eyes. You know, that's really it from there. Dirksen, Brad, you're my only true friend there. You know, I didn't really believe anything anyone else said, so thank you. You know, those post-game meals after we skated in the summer, day we put down those 3 double Big Macs, man, I still get sick thinking about it. And today, you know, I'm sitting here, it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I figure, hey, you know, why not? And the thing is, I'm almost, you know, Mr. Harrison, I'm done high school, and with this assignment, I mean, there's so many people left to thank. I mean, I can only thank a few more. So, I mean, from the Summerland Steam hockey team, I know it's not school related, but I gotta say some of my friends from there, Jeff Penman, Dan Robertson, I can't forget you, buddy, Kindersma, hell, even you, Coleman, I'm gonna throw you in this one, yeah, alright. You guys obviously helped contribute to me in the sense that, you know, we all shared a similar struggle while we were there, and, you know, we really worked together to try and overcome it, and we did what we could, and it really showed me that, you know, sometimes the situation you're in can seem so bad, but if you're around a group of people who share that, and, you know, they want to get out of it and work just as hard as you do, you know, it's not as bad as you'd seem, and, you know, it becomes something you love to do. And, you know, in Golden, obviously the online schooling portion, to a lot of you out there in Golden, no, it really was the first time I've been away from my family and my friends and my parents and everything, so it was really easy to go up there and live with 2 great billets, Colleen, Gino, Palumbo. I can't wait to come back and live there in September, and it's gonna be fun. So, you know, lastly, well, I guess not last, second to last, I gotta thank, you know, Dan Latko. You're an idiot, Latko, and it's fun. Steve Leonardo, smart guy, Jaswell and Taylor, you guys. We've been friends now for like 4 or 5 years. You guys might be, you know, not the nicest group, but you definitely prepared me for the real world, and my naive little thoughts that I possessed are gone. So thank you, and I really got to thank my parents. They obviously they raised me since I was, born, and 18, man. 18, Mr. Ireson, like, it went by fast. And looking back, if I could go back and do it all over again and not know that I would make this video today, and I got to live all those years out again, would I? Yeah, in a heartbeat I would. So, I guess that's really it for what's contributed to me being the person I am today. And again, the last thing we want to talk about are the comparisons. I think looking back from being a little kid or little younger to now is obviously, the one that goes without saying is maturity. We're not even going to talk about that, but like just your social skills in general, kind of like your listening and communication skills. Obviously, as a young child, you don't want to listen to anyone. Even when you turn 13, 14, you don't listen to anyone. So, that's something that we want to look at, obviously, is that just the confidence to be out in the world on your own. When you're younger, you think you can, and then you maybe you try, maybe you don't. But, at the end of the day, it's... You don't know you're ready until, and now a lot of us are going to be going to school next year or the year after, and we're going to be on our own. So, that's something obviously you get with age. And the biggest difference between now and then is just a more complete person. And the biggest thing with that is there's so much more to you than, the one side that everyone's used to. People have such, vast knowledge, or they're very smart in certain areas, but they have multiple traits. Some people are kind, caring, others are selfish and narcissistic, I think is the word. But I think for me, I just became a better person overall and gained a lot of valuable skills. Just the ability to deal with all different kinds of people and understand that some people are ruthless. Some people will do whatever it takes. They don't care. I learned that other people, they're happy, and that you don't have to be rich and billion-dollar guy to be happy. You just have to do what you love. And coming from a family where I've been really well off my whole life, that was really eye-opening. That you don't need all the money and the glitz and the glamour. You just have to have people that love you and do what you enjoy. And that's all that's changed me. So I guess to finish off, Mr. Ireson, I just gotta say thank you to everyone that I've met in my life and has helped, who I've crossed paths with, whether good or bad. You guys all helped me become who I am today, and you're all part of this last video that sends me past high school. So to everyone who's been there, whether you're with me, against me, like me, hate me, know me, forgot me, hope I do well, hope I do bad, at the end of the day, you're all part of this last video. And I gotta say, looking back now, obviously this assignment I thought was a little bit of a joke at the start, Mr. Ireson, but I'll be perfectly honest, it definitely puts life into perspective, and I think I'm ready to move on to the next part of my life and become an adult. So to all you out there who will actually watch this, besides Mr. Ireson, thank you. So another way to say, maybe, throw me a message sometime, we'll talk. And to you, Mr. Ireson, hope you enjoyed this video. I like to go, probably do more editing stuff. I just thought something raw would probably be better, and I gotta thank you, obviously, for teaching me this year and helping me get through my last year of high school relatively easy. So, once more, to everyone out there watching, thank you. I am Coobs Barless, and thank you.